Well, if you got a little issue going on in your relationship, you can send us an email for KVJ Court, mail at kvjshow.com. This person wanted to know if they need to intervene in their adult daughter's life. It says here, my 20-year-old daughter is dating her 49-year-old college professor.
Ooh, wait, how old is she?
She's 20. 29-year difference.
She's 20.
She's 20. And she's dating her 49-year-old college professor.
Ooh.
She insists it didn't start until the class ended and she no longer had him as a professor, but I'm not sure I necessarily buy that.
Did she get an A in that class?
I'm sure she did. She says it's real love. And he's even talked about her moving in.
Oh, I bet he has.
But I'm going a different way with this. I'm not thrilled, and I'm actually considering contacting the dean to report this guy because I think you're crossing a line. But I am afraid that it's going to blow up in my face and ruin my relationship with my daughter. My husband says, look, she is an adult. She's 20 years old, and we need to let her live her life and find out her own boundaries. But I'm sorry. The mama bear in me is coming out to protect my daughter. Should I stay out of it and hope it all fizzles or step in before she makes what I see as a life-altering mistake?
Question.
Okay.
Do universities have a policy about professors dating students? Even if she's not his student, the fact that he's a professor and she's a student, isn't there a policy in place that says, hey, professors shouldn't date students?
Yeah, my guess would be absolutely yes, because all that's going to do is create problems. Because your first question is, what did you ask? Did she get an A? And that's exactly going to be the question anybody's going to ask. And you call in to question the credibility of the school, which is the last thing that they want to have happening.
Exactly.
They don't want people to question whether the grades that they hand out are legitimate or not.
I want her to legitimately have gotten that A from knowing math and science, not knowing cuddles and snuggles.
Right. Yeah, I think it's bad that this person's doing that, but the question is, do you step in and do you report him? You've already talked to your daughter, and she knows that you're not real thrilled about it.
I don't know if I make it obvious. I certainly don't want the blood on my hands, but if there's a way to anonymously let the administration know that one of their professors is dating students, I would be curious about that route.
Does your daughter get dragged into it, though?
I mean,
by getting him in trouble?
If she does, she does. I mean, if you want to make big girl choices, you have to have big girl consequences. If there's a policy in place and the university does not want professors dating students, then both of them are breaking the rules.
Mm-hmm. Now, Lena said, as somebody who has dated somebody that was 21 years older than myself, let it run its course. She's an adult. And I think that's part of it. If it were just your 20-year-old daughter dating a 49-year-old man, that's definitely what I would say as well. What makes it problematic is she's dating her former professor.
And are you paying for this college education? So you're paying for her to date professors?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Anna said, why are you reporting the professor? Because two adults are making a decision to be adults. And to me, this is a problem for the school, not necessarily a problem for you. And I don't think I would report for that reason. I wouldn't give my blessing and say, hey, I think I would take the posture that you've taken. But I think your husband is right, saying, just she's an adult. Let her live her own life. If you go in and report him, he could get fired, likely might. And then you're going to create all kinds of animosity. And what that's going to do is drive her further into this guy's arms.
But he is the problem. Anytime you have a man in a power position like that, and he's got that kind of age gap and power gap, he definitely is taking advantage of this situation.
It's about a 50-50. 54% say no, 46% say yes, that they would report the professor.
I don't know what I would do. You know what? I would sit on it and not do anything right away and really think about it and really talk to people. Find out the school's policy. Do some little research. Do some recognizance. Get in the bushes. Whatever you got to do. But wait, don't do anything yet until you know what that move should be.
Well, Toph is making the argument here that, it doesn't matter if he's a professor. He could have been a boss. That doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah, it's the power position that he's in. Most workplaces do not want a boss dating an underling.
Right. But is that your place to say it as the mom? That'd be my question.
That's a tough one. I'm a very put myself in situations I don't belong in kind of mom. So
Right.
I might not be the right person to ask. I love to insert.
Any thoughts? You can always text it into us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. This person says, what gives me the ick about this is just the power difference.
Yes.
Maybe even more so than the age of 20 and 49 is the fact that he is a professor and he does have power over her life. You know, getting a grade in a key class, that's a big deal. You're telling me about your daughter Magnolia struggling in a class right now. Now imagine if she started dating the professor because she saw a clearer path to getting the A that she's struggling to get right now.
Yeah, and I mean, that would be tough.
And then what you establish then as a professor is like, you know, I just need to make my class really hard because I'll just find a hot girl that's struggling and then I can date whomever I want.
Dang, that's diabolical.
Well, and that's where that's a problem for the school. The school definitely would want to know.
Yeah, you would think.
But I don't think you want to get involved. Just a thought.
The blood is going to be on your hands. You have to figure out if you are going to be involved and you do want to take that next step to letting the administrative people know what's going on. You got to make sure it can't come back on you.
One person texted in, they said, my college roommate did this and we tried talking her out of it, but the forbidden romance just added to the thrills of it. It got weird for me and ultimately it fizzled on its own. So I recommend kind of taking a little bit of a step back and just be there to support her when things fall apart. But in my roommate's case, it wasn't either the first time that a professor had dated a student.
Yeah, just know you're the girl dating the professor. You're probably not the only one he's dating.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. It's a messed up thing, but I don't think you say anything as a mom. And that's tough because sometimes not saying something and knowing when to bite your lip as a parent is one of the superpowers of being a parent. Is knowing that moment to pick your battles.
I don't know it.
I hear you. It's not easy.
How do you do that? How do you remain quiet when you see such a gross mistake happening in front of you?
Get a drink.
Get a drink.
That's really about all you can do.
No, because if I drink, I get more lippy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So you don't drink. I'll drink. I'll drink for both of us.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ show.